This is lesson 4.8, Functions and Relations. Here are a few definitions. A function is a rule that establishes a relationship between two quantities called the input and the output, where for each input there's exactly one output. A relation is a set of ordered pairs. A linear function is a function in the form of f of x equals mx plus b. A function notation is when you use f of x in place of y. So we have a few problems here. First, we have to figure out whether this is a relation. This function is a relation. So as we know, the rule says that you have to have, for each input, there has to be exactly one output. So these are our inputs right here, and this is our output. So for every input, there's exactly one output. So 1 has one output of 0, 2 has one output of 0, 3 has one output of 0, 4 has one output of 0. So this is a relation. And also to check if it's a relation, if a function is a relation, you can graph the line and then put a vertical line through it. And if it passes through only once, then it is a relation. So this function would be a relation because this line only passes through once. If it were not a relation, it would maybe look something like this. And it would pass through twice, once here and once here. If this were not a relation, then one would have two outputs, 1 and 0, or whatever the output is. So also we need to be able to solve these equations. So when f of x equals negative 4x plus 15, when x is 2. So what we're going to do is plug in, so x equals 2, so we're going to plug in 2 for x. And then we're going to solve it. So negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 plus 15. So now we've made it. So when x equals 2, f of x equals 7. Now they're gonna ask us to graph the relation or the function. So what we're gonna have to do is erase this and then draw our graph. So let's say we have the same function, which is f of x equals negative 4x plus 15. Well, we should make it simpler. How about 2x plus 3? Let's do that. So we're going to draw a graph. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to graph it. So we find our slope, which is 2. So it's change in y over change in x. So it's going to equal 2 over 1. So we're going to go and plot our y-intercept, which is 3. And we're going to go up 2 over 1. This can also be negative. And if it was negative, we would go down 2 over negative 1. Oh, yeah. And then we would graph the line. And so we would have graphed the line there. And we could even check if it was a relation by doing the vertical line test. And we know this is a relation because the line only passes through once. So that is how you do functions and relations.